You know when Dick Clark does that awful $20,000 pyramid, right? He goes off stage and changes his jacket, and they come back, and everyone pretends, it's Wednesday! Meanwhile, the poor woman who's going out of her mind because she's not going to win the prize, right, is sitting there trying to keep track of which day it is, but she's desperate to win the pyramid. So that's what's happening here. Now, our home audience is now existing in the date. You're all going on time machine experiment. Don't fiddle with the money is not pierced here. You don't have to fiddle. Darling, if it's too much trouble, just put it on my nostril and I'll do a Ubangi show this week. Michael, may I ask you a question? Are you a homosexual? Because if you are failing miserably. Women and homosexuals have a duty in life. They arrange flowers, they have children, they put on earrings. These are skills which we easily do. If I wanted someone to chew my ear up, I should have hired a linebacker from the Cincinnati Colts or whatever those teams are called. Now please, put it on. This is more painful than when I had my ears pierced as a girl. With a railroad spike. Now, we are taping the show, and we must create, thank you, we must create an illusion because this is now Thursday, November
6th.
It's 6th, or no, it's not the 6th, it's later than that, later, it's something strange. No, it's a week after that last program. And our audience, if they're watching, must understand that this audience is A, a different one than we taped a minute ago, or B, an audience that stayed for an entire week while we taped another episode. We stayed here because we had so much fun. Isn't that right? We would never, ever have taped 2 episodes in one night. No. See? My earrings are different. And Godzilla's moved since that. Ah, there's the music now. All right, now time for my announcement, which you don't have. So, look, Halley's Comet. And now, high atop the Sandoval Theatre, that paragon of virtue and good taste, Sybil family of luncheon. How much time do we have?
1 minute.
Great. Do we have any questions from the audience? All right, we'll cut to our question basket, which has new questions in it. Not the same questions from last week, which I didn't get to reading at all. When is too much too much? When is too much too much? It makes you gag, I guess. What else do we have here? When you're out to lunch with the girls and the check is delivered, should you quibble over who had the chef's salad, or should you graciously pick up the tab? Ivana, considering the fact that you don't ever pick up the tab, I don't know why you're asking such a question. Now, I want to do something this week because our questions were so brilliant. Why was my cake stolen? Hand that back. And don't ever do that again. We make $13 at this network every week. I don't know why you try to steal food. And that's about $12 more than you're worth. Now, we are going to do a wonderful project today, and I think you can do this. Why this wasn't prepared for me. I was asked a question the other day about how does one serve a dessert, and how does one eat it at the table, etc. Because I went to a lovely dinner last night, a lovely, lovely dinner at the Café des Artistes, the Café des Artistes, lovely restaurant. And I was watching the waiter, and he was quite extraordinary, and I was picking up tips. Because I needed some earrings. No, because I have been reduced to being a waitress myself. As we told you last week in our program. Isn't that correct? New week's audience. Now, so many of you have asked, I go to a big banquet at Otzi Charles or the Kissingers, Nancy Kissinger. So tall. And with such a short husband. And you are served dozens of utensils on the left and on the right. How many people have experienced this at a dinner? Yes. All right. Now, you're there, and I can't tip my table, but you have like 12 knives this way and 3 forks and a spoon and this thing, and you see these things, they're bizarre, and you're sitting there, and of course, you are the guest of honor. So it is your duty to pick up the right utensil. You see, your hostiatrix and your host cannot do anything until you make the first move, which you do, but it depends on what food's at the table, right? So, we're going to show you how to do this. This should not be in a plastic thing. We should pretend that it's on a fine serving plate of some sort. When one is offered a wafer, one picks up their wafer tongs. Now, how many of you have used these for ice? You know something? I'm so proud of you because no one has used them in the audience for... You all laugh nervously, but I know you never use these for ice or sugar cubes. And man, you've soiled yourself. Were you that? Now, when we are offered a wafer, we say, "Oh, thank you, Duchess. So lovely of you to offer." And which plate do we put it on? We don't put it on the dinner plate. This would embarrass our hostess because it would show that her wafer is paltry compared to our huge dinner plate. And we don't make a point of saying, "A teensy wafer for a huge, lovely, dressed in dinner plate." No, we say, "Oh, what a generous dessert this is." And we pick up our wafer serviator, and we put it there. Isn't that lovely? You see, that's what that little... Now, how many of you have used this for butter? I hardly think you should admit it and applaud for yourself. Now, how do we eat the wafer? What am I wearing? Very fast on the pickup there. We're going to edit that out so that the audience at home will not know that you are mongoloids. I shall ask the question again, and we shall edit this new question in so that you will appear to be intelligent. Please, young man, don't doze off in the flannel shirt. This could save your reputation. And I must tell you, the life of your reputation is much more important than the life of your very body. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's more important that you die physically to lose your reputation. If a can of sterno spills on you during a fondue at the Helmsley's, you simply smile and patted it very gently while staying seated. if you perish, you do so nobly. Do not disgrace the aristocracy by running about the room, shrieking and breaking crystals. You would say, "I am burning, and I thank you for the invitation." And, in closing, what a lovely fondue. He goes so well with my jacket and flesh. So anyway, what? Cut. All right, we're stopping for a commercial, and we can all take a breather. He's correct, it's all those things. Now, I know that we're about out of time, aren't we? Yes, we're way out of time. How much of this are you going to edit? Don't answer that. You know that frequently we do studio productions like this, and they were half an hour long, and they've been cut down insanely to 5 minutes. That's why there are those jump cuts. So I shall rephrase my question for my producer. How much are you going to edit out of this? Or, how much height can you afford to lose? You see, I can edit film too. Like in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm sure I have some strange implement here that could be used well. You were good for that. I think this program is about to close, and I didn't get to show you how to eat a wafer or a piece of chocolate cake, so we shall simply have to close, and we shall leave you all on the edge of your seats. What are you signaling? Au revoir, good night, and thank you for being with us. It's almost Thanksgiving. Yes, we hear the music. My gowns are by Aqua, but not tonight because I'm a waitress. My jewelry is by J. Antonio, but not tonight because I am a waitress. My scents are by... Why bother to go on? We shall see you next week. Au revoir, darlings. Au revoir.